Hey guys, Zach here. As you can see from what's on the table and from the title again, we're going to give my first impressions on the SOG Voodoo Hawk, brand new tactical tomahawk just released by SOG. I've got one of the limited edition Medal of Honor Warfighter versions of this hawk. Also on the table I have you probably noticed, the M48, United Cutlery M48 tactical tomahawk. I don't like to throw that tactical word around too much because for what it's worth, these are fairly low-end tomahawks. You know, would you stake your life on it? Maybe not. But anyway, all that aside, I just want to kind of compare them a little bit and give some of my initial impressions on the new SOG Voodoo Hawk. So if I get it up here to the camera, you can take a look at it. You'll see that I've got the, like I said, the Medal of Honor version. So I've got 121 out of 500, and you get this little skull that's printed on the ferrule here, and you get a nice pommel cap here on the end. Alright, so brief overall specs on this thing. I mean, you can look them up yourself, but it's got approximately a 3.5 inch cutting blade here. It's approximately 12.5 inches in length, so it's very similar, if not the same length as the SOG Fast Hawk. So it comes in at about 28.5 ounces. What's it? Some kind of Chinese, one of the Chinese steels, one of the CRs. It's a 3 CR13 steel, and of course you get your glass reinforced nylon handle. Alright, so there's just a quick look at it and kind of how it compares. If I put it up to the United Cutlery, if I put them side by side here and get them both on camera, you can see the United Cutlery is a little bit longer. It's just about 15 or 15.5 inches in overall length. So this thing really is a stubby little hawk. For those of you that are, you know, CQB people and you want to have, you know, really tight little concealable hawk, this is probably a pretty good one for you. Has a nice straight spike on the back. I like that. You got to be careful when you're using these. You don't come up and whack yourself in the face, especially if you have your kids running around out there with them. A nice straight spike. It's adequately pointy. Okay, I'm sure there's already videos up on YouTube of people breaking cinder blocks and doing whatever with it. You get a little bit, you know, compared to the United Cutlery. The United Cutlery is a little spikier and it has a little bit more aggressive hook to it. Both of these hawks have unsharpened beards. Okay, so if you're not familiar, the beard is this portion right here. So it looks like it's sharpened, but it's just kind of a false edge here. So you could, if you wanted to take some time and burn through some stones, you could sharpen this beard up. Of course, you notice that this has a straight edge versus the curved edge, or the edge with the belly that the United Cutlery Hawk has. This one is also if you notice, the paracord wrapped handle. Comparisons, okay, we talked about, you know, that this United Cutlery Hawk is a little bit longer. The United Cutlery Hawk is also a little bit lighter and uses, I believe, a 2 CR13 steel. So they're both, you know, 440 equivalent Chinese made steels. These are both Chinese produced tomahawks. One thing I like about this little hawk is that it does have a little bit of weight on it. I like to have a little bit of weight down in the handle to make it feel a little bit more robust, even though it still is, you know, not a full tang handle. What they have on these things, if you're unaware, is not a full tang, but the tang actually comes down to about this far into the handle, at least on the SOG version, and probably just about that far on the United Cutlery version, and they're both then bolted to the fiberglass. One thing that makes, at least upon initial observations, the SOG a little bit more robust is it does have this ferrule on here to help prevent splitting here. And you would have noticed that if you had any old axes or any old tools laying around the house, that a lot of them will have something like this. A ferrule is basically just a steel collar that's wrapped around here to help brace against the forces when you're actually chopping with this thing. I actually got like I said again, the Medal of Honor Warfighter Edition. One of the nice things about that is, and I ended up paying full price, yes, if you want to get one of these hawks unless you want this limited edition one, go to Amazon, go to eBay, go to your local store, do whatever you want to do. You could probably get one for about 40 bucks, okay? I paid full price because I wanted to get the limited edition version just to have it. And also 50% of the proceeds go to, I believe, the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, which was pretty sweet. And I think they're almost sold out on these. So if you're looking to get one, there's only 500 made. Go ahead and get it. I'm probably going to pick up just a basic regular one so I can beat on it a little bit and see how it does. There was some kind of a problem with this one's supposed to come with a multicam sheath from London Bridge Tactical. You see here, obviously I don't have that sheath. There's some kind of delay with London Bridge Tactical getting those sheaths out, and as an apology from SOG, they actually send you, or at least they sent me, a few free gifts, you know, as an apology. I got a SOG Micron, you know, it's just a little cheapy lockback folder, so they sent me a Micron, and of course I got my SOG sticker, and then also a SOG hat. So, you know, I wasn't really upset that I wasn't getting the sheath right away. The sheath will be coming separately. I just thought that was pretty cool that they recognized there was an issue, and they tried to atone for it by sending some freebies. So, good job, SOG. Definitely your customer service has always been, in all my dealings with you, has always been top notch. So there you go. Of course, your United Cutlery Hawk also has, you know, just a cheapy nylon sheath, button snap. So there's your comparison. There's my initial overviews on the two. It's a little bit short for my taste. I tend to like to have a little bit more handle. Okay, so I get a little bit more leverage when I'm swinging it. But I think for those of you guys who are all big into throwing tomahawks and what you want to do with throwing your weapon away, basically. This shorter one would be better for that. The shorter Voodoo Hawk. But anyway, just let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. See you later.